Hi, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the last episode hearing from Simon Mwangi on his experience buying land from Goshen Acquisitions, not only in Nanyuki, but also towards the Amboseli area, lovely place called Imbuko Ranch, where we're making an exclusive offer of a few plots. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing a few of my random thoughts about things I hear people say about investing in property or land in Kenya. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. I'm Solomon Wangwe. So, one of the common things I hear from quite a number of people, surprisingly, is that they wouldn't invest in a particular area of Kenya because that's not where they're from. And this is, sadly to say, I hear a lot from my brothers from Western Kenya. I'm half Luya, half Kamba, if that means anything. That's in the western part of Kenya, Webuye to be specific. And a lot of my friends, acquaintances, or even strange people I meet will make comments about, I'm from Western Kenya or I'm from the lakeside. I wouldn't buy land in Nanyuki because that's Kikuyu territory. And that's really surprising to me. And I understand there are concerns about, land ownership security in light of the 2007, 2008 post-election violence when a lot of people got displaced from their lands. But I find the notion that because I am not from a particular tribe, then I will therefore not invest in that particular tribe's region to be absolutely ludicrous. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Because what you're doing is, number one, espousing this horrible tribalist notion that, because I'm not from there, then I am therefore not welcome. And you're not welcome in my area because you're not from my tribe. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Secondly, and this is actually more important to me than the first reason, is that you're actually denying yourself your divine right and privilege, and I might even say obligation, to create a posterity and grow wealth, not only for yourself, but for your children and your children's children. I mean, what would have happened if, say, the British missionaries didn't venture out of their countries to come and live in this strange land, this continent of ours, and then later on the explorers came. In Kenya we have the famous Delamare families, the Coles, the Grogans, and many others who pioneered amongst their countrymen in settling in this East African protectorate. A lot of those families still live in this country, not just as foreigners or descendants of foreigners, but as Kenyan-born citizens. And I propose to you that many of them are living a much better quality of life than they would in their privileged homes, because many of them left privilege, authority, and prestige to come and settle here. And I am sure that many of them today are wealthier than if their forefathers had stayed there. I think about multinational companies that go into strange lands and create opportunities, not just for themselves, but for the locals. I mean, what would have happened if Nike said, we're not leaving the States, we'll manufacture everything here. Same thing with Apple, or you could pick any number of successful brands. I mean, the notion that you would deny yourself the opportunity to grow your wealth and make wise investments in viable parts of this country as a Kenyan-born citizen, or a naturalized one for that matter, is simply crazy. I don't know why anyone would think that. So I just wanted to share my thoughts about that. I'm from Webuye, as I've mentioned, and I don't mind sharing that besides my grandparents' property, which is now my father's property, I haven't invested in Webuye. Simply because certain parts of this country are more viable than my hometown in Webuye. I've invested heavily in Nanyuki. I've invested in Kajiado County, home to the Maasai community. I've invested at Kikope, where we also have Kikuyu. And I find those are much wiser investments than I can make very easily in my hometown of Webuye. So I just wanted to encourage you guys out there. If you're holding yourself back from making an investment in a particular part of the country because it belongs to a different tribe, wake up. You're leaving a lot of value on the table for yourself, and even worse, for your future generations. So do your homework, do your due diligence, do things right, ask questions, go and visit, but don't deny yourself the opportunity to grow and create wealth just because it's not where you're from. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. I'm Solomon Wangwe. Stay tuned for more information on strategic land investment.